Hey everyone, my name's Jared from Buckingham Model Trains and welcome to episode number 6 of DCC Fridays. And today I'm going to keep things pretty short because I've been getting way too excited about talking about all sorts of silly things. So I'm just going to talk today a little bit about, it'll be a bit more of sort of practical look at the DR5000 and how I can kind of use a couple of different throttle types like all at once, which is cool. And yeah, that's a really neat feature that really grabbed me on the DR5000 is wow, you can actually, maybe use this as like a command station at a club layout or something like that. And, you could have a whole number of people using all different systems of throttles and things like that all at the same time. So I think that's pretty cool. And it's a very interesting direction that DCC technology is heading in that allows this kind of greater flexibility. So I'm just going to show you basically what I can do. So I've got on my iPad again, as if you saw this last week, where I talked a lot about WiThrottle and everything. I'm going to be using WiThrottle on my iPad. I can use that as one type of throttle. I could use it on my iPhone as well, but that's what's filming this. I've got also here one of the simple Digitrax throttles. This actually happens to be a radio throttle. It can also, of course, be plugged in and used in a wall panel. So I think you can see down here, this is a Digitrax radio panel that I have just to sort of show that this can be used with Digitrax. Like my club uses Digitrax mainly. So that's sort of important. And I've had the throttles from using stuff at the club, but now we're using Wi-Fi at the club as well also. And then my new addition, no, I didn't just go out and buy this because I don't like them that much, but they are a pretty neat little throttle. This is a Roco Multimaus, and this, I believe this one didn't come with one of my first start sets, but one of my, one of the first start sets I got many years ago when I got into model railways. The first digital start set I got was like a Fleischmann N scale DCC start set, and it came with I'm not sure what the actual command station box is called, but it came with a Fleischmann MultiMouse, and I went, hey, that's pretty cool. I'll get another one. So I saved up and bought this one later on so we could have two throttles, and I could have two people driving trains on my little layout that I had at the time. So this actually now works all at the same time. I don't have to press any buttons, change anything. It just works. The important thing is though that this could plug into the Digitrax panel here, into the LocoNet plug, and you won't be able to see, but on the actual DR5000 there is a LocoNet B and LocoNet T kind of port. So if you can actually then run two LocoNets, which is a pretty common thing to do in the Digitrax land, to run two LocoNets for T is usually for kind of all of your throttles and things like that, and B is more for all of your accessories, point decoders, etc. This is plugged into, so it could physically plug in. It's the same type of connector. It's they're a 6-pin kind of like phone connector thing. I've forgotten the official technical term. I might be able to drop it in the description or something, but yeah, if you really want to know, just ask me. But it's a 6-pin phone line. The phone line connector ones are like 4-pin, I believe. Our more common these days, like Cat cables, Ethernet cables that we're using for computers, for internet and all that, they have 8 pins, I believe. They're like wider. Anyway, so on that note, the DR5000 actually has two ports for like a Cat 6 type cable that some other systems use. So we can use that, but I don't have anything to sort of show that. Now back to what I'm saying, this is plugged into the ExpressNet port on the DR5000. So I've just, this thing actually just came with the cable, and I've just plugged that directly in, and it's quite a long cable. So, and it just works. The reason I've picked this up now to use is it's just for all the DCC installs and stuff I do. It's just a nice, easy throttle to have permanently connected and just sitting here. I don't have to get out this thing and sort of connect it all up. Not that this is hard at all. I'm just like, well, if I've got it, I may as well use it, and it's handy for me, and I can just have it sitting here permanently. So no worries. I've got it on a hook over there. Anyway, let me show how this works. So interestingly, to sort of show you quite physically, I've got a 42 class back here fitted with my old DCC sound project. This is going to be for sale basically now, I guess. If you really want to buy it, approach me. But I'm going to list it up for sale in a Facebook group soon, because it's got the old project and that sort of a thing. The new one's just about to be sort of released. So we're going to drive this Loco. So interestingly, if I do F8 to start up the sound, I now get F8 coming up on here, which is pretty cool. Like, what kind of system does that, where, you know, you use Digitrax Throttle and then this other bizarre Roco Multimaus thing? Well, it's not very bizarre. A lot of people in Europe use these, and a lot of you might have one or use them. But how cool is that? Digitrax thing, yeah. And now, mind you, I had selected the Loco first on this throttle, and then I connected this, and I had to steal it, which is the Digitrax sort of thing. If you're not familiar with Digitrax, then don't worry what I'm talking about, but I did have to steal it. Once I've stolen it, it didn't actually take it off the MultiMouse. So if I now go forward and drive it, it's showing on here now that it's actually changed the indication to say, okay, it's driving. If I hit the headlight comes on, I've got the headlight coming on here. And now, if I'll let it just crawl along, let's grab out the iPad, and we're going to select 3. Still required, it said. Would you like to acquire this dress? Yes. So now this is actually dropped. Interestingly, it's picked up the functions, and now, so we're on like WiThrottle here, and this is running through JMRI. Oh, interesting. Okay. I think it's just picked up the speed setting from the throttle there after it dropped it off. Okay, so we're back to normal, and I can increase it on here. Maybe, yep, no, that's working. Then maybe if I center it here, yep, it stopped it. Oh, okay, and we've just changed the position of the headlights. So, yeah, just interesting. I'm actually kind of doing this for the first time now, just doing it live, because why not? That's pretty interesting. Yeah, centering, I just sort of flicked this and centered it, so then it centered command from here. I think it's basically, the command station is just taking the kind of the latest, most recent command from any of the throttles and just going, okay, no worries. But the neat thing about this is it's sort of following, the DR5000 is sort of following the Digitrax protocol of the stealing thing. I believe that's because I've entered it into Dakota Pro as a Digitrax command station. Oh, hello, okay, we're just taking off again. I think it's picked up the speed setting from the Digitrax throttle again now. It potentially, the throttle, because it's a radio throttle, sends like some sort of command again, just in case it gets lost along the way. Oh, I've lost power there. We'll just reboot this up. It's gotten a bit confused. There's a lot of throttles driving it. There we go. So I think I'll leave it there. That was just a demonstration of using lots of throttles driving the same address at once. Obviously not recommended, but it's very interesting to see how this plays with it all. So I'll leave it there. If you have any comments, questions, whatever, please feel free to drop them below, or send me an email or give me a call. There'll be details below. Send me a Facebook message, anything. And if there's any suggestions of what you'd like me to cover in future, please do suggest them. Otherwise, I'll go on my crazy tangents of doing bizarre things with my DR5000. I plan to do other things different just to the DR5000 in future. I've about run out of ideas here with just this system. So I just wanted to demonstrate that since I got this throttle. Thanks guys, and enjoy.